So now, if for 10 minutes we don't have a proper head for this guy, the Pitt, I'm gonna have to give up my diploma of character art, which I don't have. But if I had, I would have to give it away. Because 10 minutes, this guy has no nose. So the head should be fairly simple to do for around 10 minutes. We'll see. We will do the body also. We will do the chains also in about an hour and a half. Let's see what will happen. I mean, yeah, it will be an interesting stream. I'm a little bit sick lately, the last few days. So, yeah, I was planning to take cold drinks or whatever for this, to do the stream, because of the sickness. But today I'm a little bit better. I mean, I wasn't super bad overall, so it's fine. But we'll see, these sicknesses are hideous, I mean, yeah. By the way, I will tell you what my next course will be. It will not be the folds and cloth course that many people are thinking of. It will not be the next one. The cloth, I will leave it for around the winter or the autumn. The next one will be full game character in Blender only. So baking and texturing and everything in Blender, which it'll be hideous, but hopefully that's what people want, so I will do it anyway. We'll see. If you guys say in the chat that you don't like this and you will never buy a course for full game character only in Blender, only with the free tool Blender and a couple of free add-ons probably, everything free, nothing paid, forever, I will not do it if you don't want it. But if you, for some reason, want this kind of add-on, tell me. I will make it happen. Hopefully. Although, the guy, I chose the concept already. It's a pretty cool moth girl knight. So, it's an armored girl. Very interesting. But the guy is from South Korea. The guy who is... who made the concept. He doesn't answer my calls. Hopefully he's alive and well, but I'm not sure anymore. He doesn't tell me anything. At the end I'll probably do it without his permission, and I will mention him every video in the course. I will mention him, say this concept is from this guy, and yeah, he didn't give me permission, but anyways I do a course. I couldn't contact him, he didn't answer my calls. Doesn't matter. Отличного стрима. We don't know if the stream will be отличного стрима, maybe it will be just a normal stream. Just your regular stream like always. Like all the streams in this particular channel. Some streams, actually, are better than others, obviously. They are not equal. They are not equal. Why do I think that? You will ask. You will ask, but why, Nico? Why do you think that some streams are better than others? Because some streams, they get a lot more attention. So I have videos with over 500,000 views on this channel. Streams, again. But some are with less than 10,000 views. So not all streams are made equal, we may say. He's starting to look like some kind of an anime hero that also have no nose. So when you don't have a nose, usually you start to look like the other guy who doesn't have a nose, you know? The noseless guys are kind of looking similar to each other. They're all without nose, yeah. But who knows? Oh. Nobody knows. But they don't have nose. Alright, how much time? Oh, 5 minutes. And for 5 minutes we have something that resembles even a head of the Pitt. And the Pitt is some kind of a superhero. I haven't ever watched any comics or a movie with the Pitt, but I've seen the Pitt here and there in some pictures, and I like his muscular and savage nature. I like how he looks. I don't know his story at all, so don't ask for the story. Maybe some of you know the story of the Pitt. And of course, internet also knows the story of the Pitt, I'm pretty sure. So if we want the story of the Pitt, we will ask Google. He knows most of the time everything, although these days ChatGPT and the similar alternatives, they know the same things that Google know, probably not more than Google, because I'm sure that they're using Google to search. I'm not sure actually, but probably they are. Most likely. Google is your #1 source of info. It was for more than around 2 decades actually, already. Google was created around 1999 or 1998, something like this. It was created. So 26 years ago, we may say. But it was starting to get popular, and it was 20 years ago, it was already the choice for everybody to search in the internet. So yeah, for 20 years, we were using Google, and that's why Google now is one of the biggest and most powerful companies in the world, because they played their cards right, contrary to Yahoo. Yahoo was a huge, like the best, just around the year 2000, Yahoo was the place to go if you want to search something. But suddenly at some point it just disappeared. Went numb. Yeah, Yahoo is still there, but it's not what it used to be. It used to be the best. Now it's just a shadow of what it used to be. A simple shadow. Yeah. Let's see. Как дела, мой быстрый бук? Okay, I'm fine. Not very fine, but it's fine. I like this. Привет, отлично стрима. Would you like tutorial on the torso? I will do a tutorial on the torso. I plan to do it next year, actually, around this time. So yeah, my anatomy tutorials are done in January usually and February, so I will not break this, because for the rest of 2025 I plan to do a full game character course, and then to practice for the folds and cloth anatomy exercises course. That will be kind of a hard and will be emblematic, will be the best course for that, hopefully. And then, only then, we'll make the torso course, for which I also have to practice. You know, for all the anatomy courses, for those courses that I'm teaching you, a lot of stuff that's kind of known, I have to do a lot of practice. It's not gonna, you know, happen without any practice, and that's why I need to take my time and do it. And then after I do the torso course, I will pack all the anatomy courses that I have, which are like, yeah, let's see, head, hands and arms, legs and feet, torso, so 4, and then female and male anatomy, separate courses, so 6 courses. I will pack them in one pack and sell them in ArtStation as a one pack, with a discount, of course. 70% of the price, for example. But you have to buy them all, because it's a pack, so yeah. Or you can always go to the torrents, like many people do, and buy them from the torrents. Nobody can judge you, except for some... maybe some people can judge you. I mean, some government agencies can judge you for the torrents, I'm not sure. Probably they don't judge you to download the torrents. They will judge and they will sue the torrent companies, not you. So it's fine. Should be fine at least. It was until recently, so Hopefully it will continue to be. For the torrent guys, all you guys that are downloading from the torrents, and you know who you are. Why is he so happy? Because he is he's winning. You know, when you are a winner, like the Pitt, then you are more happy. He's happy because he's winning. Why is he winning? He's winning from the genetic lottery. Because, yeah, 10 minutes and we have a decent head. He's winning from the genetic lottery because he has a huge body and a lot of muscles, and he's not training that much. So that's why he's happy. He's not overweight, he's not obese, and he eats whatever he wants. And that's why he's super happy. So yeah, at least I'm thinking that that's why. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, who knows? We cannot say. Or can we? Maybe we can. Hopefully everything is fine with the sound. Everything is hopefully fine with the image of this stream, because now we will be here for at least 1 hour and a half, because that's what I wrote in the description of the video. At least 1.5 hours we'll be here, and everything should be perfect in order for us to have a great time together. By the way, I'm now researching for add-ons, free add-ons for Blender, for texturing, and Uku Paint is one of the add-ons that I have kind of researched, and the other one is Ravage. Ravage has a paid version, which has full functionality, but also has a free version, the light version, which I think could be enough, so I will have to try it and see which one will work better for the workflow that I am planning to do. We will see. Let's save, by the way, because, you know, when you don't save, you are sorry. So better be safe than sorry. Or, in this case, better safe than sorry. Because, you know, Blender tends to crash sometimes. Just from nothing. So let's save. By the way, I will share with you, with all of you guys that are here, 150 people, all of you, I will share one add-on which one of my friends made. He is a friend and colleague of mine, and I said that I was missing the transpose master from ZBrush. What the transpose master is doing. So when you have you made a high poly mesh, for example, or low poly, doesn't matter. It has a lot of parts. So it has arms are separated, you have clothes, you have belts, you have all this stuff around. And you want to move everything together at some point. And Transpose Master in ZBrush is allowing you to do that. Transpose Master is combining all these things together, so you can move them together. And then when you're ready with the pose, and you pose it, then you just press one button and everything is separated back to the meshes. So it's amazing. And this guy, my friend, he made add-on that's doing exactly that in Blender. And it's called Multi-sculpt. Multi-sculpt. So you select your meshes, I will save before, create multi-sculpt, and now they are one mesh, which means we can control them together. Let's see. You know, everything together. Even if we have like 50 meshes, we'll be able to control them together. And then when we're ready, we go transfer multi-sculpt, we wait a little bit. It depends on the couple of factors, the density of the mesh and everything. And now we have them back to the original meshes. I think this is amazing and it's kind of working. So yeah, good work. Good work, Stefan. His name is Stefan, actually. And he has a channel, YouTube channel, called LOL Poly, I think. LOL, LOL Poly. And by the way, probably most of you have seen his sculpt in Blender of the Blender creator that he made recently, I mean a couple of months ago. It's his most viewed video in his channel. And now he's struggling with the channel because he made this video and it blew up comparatively to everything. It was kind of his first video or something like that in the channel. And now he, the ball is too high or whatever it's called. I mean, he cannot make a worse video than that. He has to compare to this video right now. And that's unfortunate. Because nothing can compare to this. This was amazing video. The character is a very muscular friend, yes. Guys, like and subscribe. You know, if you are not subscribed to the channel and you are watching it, you know, all the time, then maybe you should subscribe. If you are first time here, I suggest you don't subscribe. Just watch a couple more videos. I do mostly lives on this channel, so watch a couple of more lives that I have done. There are like more than 100 lives on this channel. There are interviews with a couple of artists that I've did. Very inspiring, by the way. And then, maybe then subscribe if you kind of feel like it. But if you are watching all the time, then subscribing is a pretty natural step you can take. Now, the pose of this guy will be pretty hard to do because he's super muscular, and where to put all these muscles compared to each other, it will be kind of a bummer, but we'll see. The Pitt. He doesn't have hands, arms, whatever. Hands. He doesn't have hands yet. Maybe at some point he will. Save again, always. I'm pressing Ctrl S. So, especially in the beginning when you don't have too many polygons, pressing Ctrl S is pretty easy and fast to do. When you have a lot of polygons at some point, pressing Ctrl S will be a little bit more hideous because it will lag for a moment, but not too huge moment. So, I think it's also worth it to press it. Ctrl S. Ctrl S usually is safe. So if you don't want to cry, on my shoulder, when your model disappears and you have to start from scratch, or at least from like 25 minutes ago or 50 or whatever time you haven't saved, just save. Yeah, many people say, but you have autosave and everything. Autosave in Blender, we all know it's shit. It works when it wants to work. Sometimes it works flawlessly, sometimes it's just not working. That's it. It's just unreliable, we may say. Something like a Tesla Cybertruck, for example. Not the most reliable thing on the planet. I just heard about, I mean, I don't know. Maybe the Tesla truck is the most reliable thing on the planet, but I'm pretty sure it's not. So I'm not against Elon Musk. No, I'm not. But, you know, Elon Musk back in the days was like Google back in the days, like Chrome back in the days. Like those cool new guys that are lightweight and they have a new nice ideas and everything. Now, Google, the Chrome browser, and Elon Musk, all of those guys are the not good guys. They're not the good guys anymore. They're the old bad guys that we have to fight against and find alternatives. How the world changes, right? Back in the days, Internet Explorer was the old bad guy. and Firefox and Chrome were fighting against, and Chrome won actually. So most people are using Google Chrome right now, but Chrome now is super heavy and huge browser that's kind of taking your PC at a ransom at some point with a super huge RAM usage. It's not perfect in any case. You sculpt comic characters, do you read some? Yeah, I like to read comics. By the way, I have a comics right here, which is, this is the Avengers, the Birth of Ultron. I'm reading it, let me see, yeah. But this is in Bulgarian, of course. It's the Birth of Ultron. I'm reading it right now. I'm almost to the end, and then I will get the next one from the series. This is the Marvel collection of graphic novels, whatever, and there are like many books, hardcovers, and I buy them all. So I like reading comics. Because as a kid, I would be super thrilled to read comics, but I didn't have exactly the... we didn't have too much comics here in Bulgaria. We had one... I'm from Bulgaria, yes. We had one comics magazine which was called Rainbow, or in Bulgarian, Daga. And it was amazing, with very nice comics artists, with a lot of comics inside, not just one. Couple of comics, and it came out, and you go and read the next chapter of your favorite comics, or your favorite comics. It was super nice. But it kind of, when the communists fell, it kind of fell with that, and they tried to resurrect it later, it didn't work. So yeah, the comics industry in Bulgaria is not huge, like in the States, or in France even. I've heard that in France, the comics industry is, at least it was, back in the days, booming. There were a lot of French comics like Piffen and Hercule, and many others, of course, we have seen. And I chose this character for today's stream because it's also a little bit forgotten superhero like Max and the Tick. Although the Tick was not that forgotten, since Amazon made this TV show 10 years ago, almost 10. It was not exactly 10, but almost. So they made this TV show, and yeah, with the Pitt, I don't know if there is a TV show for the Pitt actually. I'm not sure. If there was, I should know about it, right? Interesting. To change the stream description on Twitch. Last time it was the same, you still modeling the... Yeah, I know, in Twitch, I don't have control from my stream software, from OBS. So in Twitch, it's always the Tick I'm modeling, and then I change it afterwards, you know. So now I'm modeling the Tick in the Twitch, you know, obviously. If you're watching from the Twitch, you see this is the Tick, although it doesn't look like the Tick, but it is. In YouTube, everything is fine. I mean, we are modeling or sculpting mostly, but we will model in just a couple of minutes. We will have to do the chains, so we will definitely model some stuff. So it will not be only doing this. And the chains, many people will say, but chain, it's a super complicated thing to do. Yes, it is. But when you practice it a couple of times, you get kind of good at it, and you are able to do it quickly, especially for something like the stream. Nothing too complicated. Now what I will do is I will increase the size of this body, because he has a huge body and a small head. I like to do this kind of characters, and I chose this muscular character because I didn't want to do a female character. Why? Female characters take more energy from me. That's always the case in real time, in real life also. The female characters just take more energy. They take more... You have to think more when you're around female characters, and when you sculpt them, and when you talk with them, stuff like this. The muscular characters, they don't require any thinking, you just do them, and that's absolutely cool, you know, normal. It's not a problem. And since I'm a little bit sick, as I said, a little bit, not too much, nothing too much. Hopefully I will not be, more sick than this. But if I am, it's fine. We have to go through the worst to be able to understand the good, and to appreciate it. If we don't go through bad things, we will not be able to appreciate the good things that much. We have veins, we have this, musculars, the brachialis muscle, the brachioradialis or radiobrachialis or whatever it was called. I'm a teacher of anatomy and I still struggle with some of the basic muscle names. Sometimes. Or am I? Who knows? Do you work in some company? No, I don't work in any company right now. I'm working in my own company, which is not a company at all, but still I'm just myself. And doing my stuff. The things that I like. I do what I want, so that's a good thing. Some characters have big bodies but small heads. Think it looks good? Yes. Hey there, I wonder if you ever tried sculpting in mobile sculpting apps platform like Samsung. People praise some apps there. Yeah, I'm sculpting with Multi-sculpt in my phone sometimes. Especially when I'm at a plane and I don't have internet to browse short videos, which I, like all of you, we're doing. Yeah, we have to admit it. Our brains are starting to rot these days because of the short videos in apps like Twitch. Not Twitch, TikTok. Twitch also, I guess. Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. You have those short videos that are melting our brains. But when I don't have internet, like in a plane, it's a good thing because then I can sculpt in Multi-sculpt, for example. And I do that sometimes. Multi-sculpt is fine. Also, I paid for the full version, so I can save my files and everything. Because Multi-sculpt is mostly free, as you all know, but it has a kind of a paid version where you can pay for it. And now, I think we kind of lost our progress because Blender probably will crash. But let's see. We will try to not be super angry because we haven't saved in at least 5 minutes. So we will see if there will be autosave. Maybe there will be autosave. Why not? I guess. Nico, do you have already in mind the character for the new course? Yes. Hello from Brazil. How to deal with the issue that Blender supports a relatively small amount of polygon for sculpting? I really like sculpting in Blender, thanks. It doesn't support relatively... Oops. Huh. This time... Wow, I pressed Ctrl S. And now it started to think again. What is happening here? Let me see. What's up? So the GPU is fine. The memory is relatively fine. OBS is taking a good chunk of the memory. Now it's fine. Something is wrong with the Blender, but now it's fine. Let's save. And when I save, it kind of freezes. I don't know why this happens. It shouldn't do that. It cannot save quite well. There is a problem with my disk probably, I don't know. Let's see, CPU. Blender is taking most of the CPU. So yeah. Blender is stupid sometimes. But it's fine. Multi-res. Be careful with the multi-res actually, because it will ruin your life. Let's see if I save now. Yeah, now it's fine. The multi-res was the problem. We had this multi-res, which is hideous shit in Blender. Whoever uses multi-res is doesn't know what they're doing. I know. It has its uses, the multi-res, but the sooner you can get rid of the multi-res, because you use it, and then you have to get rid of it. You have to apply it. The sooner you apply it, the better for your render file it will be, I guess. And I'm not exactly guessing here, I know it. Yeah. Multi-res is the worst. Do you have chain asset? No, I will do the chain from scratch. It's not a huge problem. Let's do the fingers. You will see. I did the chain the same way in my Lobo course. So Lobo course, unfortunately, many people don't understand it quite well, probably. That's why in Udemy it has 4.7 rating. It's not 4.9 like the other courses. It's not 4.8 like other courses. 4.7, which for my course is kind of low. Probably because it's a complex kind of course with this chains and other stuff that people cannot do, and they're blaming me, which probably is right, because I'm the teacher, and you should blame the teacher, right? Who else should you blame? So select everything, Shift E, do this. I'm just, I'm usually automated, so everything I do is kind of automated in my brain, so I don't have to think about it. Here I messed up in this area because I pressed something stupid. Edges, remove this, no. X, dissolve edges, okay. So we have to be able to smooth this area. Okay, now we will be able to smooth it. When you have a lot of edges in a certain area, it will be difficult to smooth it. But now we have less, so we will be able to smooth it. Smooth it, smooth it, smooth it. Don't know what to beat it. Hey, do you work somewhere in company like Epic Games? No, I was working in Gameloft back in the days. Gameloft is a company for mobile games mostly. So I was doing mobile games mostly. And when you are doing mobile games mostly, you don't actually develop your skills that much because it's not required. I mean, yeah, mobile games, went a long way since like 2010 when I started doing the 3D part of the mobile games. But they're not that... the requirements are not that huge, like in the AAA game, for example. In the AAA game, you have to have more detail, you have to have more this, more that. So, yeah, I was not developing myself that much, we may say. Let's see, by the way, this one, we will spread a little bit forward. So we are now half an hour into the sculpt, I think. Yeah, exactly half an hour, 33 minutes. And we have some... By the way, I refuse to do the legs. I will do some legs, like basic legs, but I will not do the whole legs because it will be too much for this. Like hour and a half, it will be a little bit too much. So don't curse me that much. It's difficult to do legs. It's not that difficult, of course, to do legs, but for this amount of time it will be hard to make a good pose of the legs. Yeah, this is not looking good enough for me. There are a couple of factors that I don't like, a couple of things that I don't like, but we will probably be able to fix some of them. I will see. You think 3D is a viable career for stable income? Now I'm not so sure these days it's a viable or variable, whatever. It was when I was working in the industry. It was pretty cool. We had big salaries compared to other industries and everything. Now also, if you're a good 3D artist, you can make good money. For example, I had an offer. They then declined the offer, but there was an offer for me to work as a... Because I have experience and I have a good portfolio and everything, so to work as a 3D art director or character art director for a game company in America, land of the great. So yeah, and they were talking something about $100,000 a year, a salary. So I think it's a stable income, even for the States. This $100,000 is not bad. So yeah, if you are good enough, I think. But in order to become good, you shouldn't ask about the money. In order to become good, you should just work because you like it, and then probably you will become as good as you can be, and then you will probably be getting money. So the money shouldn't be the first thing in your mind when it comes to the character, because you will never be able to put enough time into this in order to become good. You will only be able to put enough time if you are passionate about the 3D. This is my opinion, of course. Don't cite me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong. But I'm pretty sure I'm not. So, yeah. If you don't have the passion, if you don't like it, but you just want to make money, maybe that's a good kind of a push for you. Maybe you can push yourself to a new heights if you think that you will get the money, but it's not certain. I mean, that's the problem. Maybe there will be many more people who are better than you, and you will not get the big money that you want. And you will always have that doubt, and you will be like, okay, I have to work, I have to practice, but I really want to just watch videos, short videos or not so short videos. Let's watch short videos for now and we'll see. Let's play games for now and we'll see. And time will pass. You will be wasting the time that you need to learn with games or with short videos or whatever. And at the end, you will continue to ask people in their streams, can you make money with this? Can you make money with that? Can you do sustainable life with this and that? And you will continue to play the games. Why am I not successful? You will ask at some point. And the answer is obvious, of course. That's absolutely obvious. You need 32 gigabytes of RAM. Sometimes yes, sometimes more. Blender Rush when saving and when zoom in my experience. It depends on the subject. Let's see what we can do here. So let's make the fingers a little bit more interesting by going to the tool. Advanced, not tool. What's happening here? Not texture. Oh, so view, no. Item, no. Tool. It has to be here. Let me see. Advanced topology. Yeah, I just sometimes my brain switch off for a little bit and blank. And I did this like so many times and suddenly blank. Nothing. But it's cool. We all do that. It's absolutely understandable. Even if you don't understand it, I understand it, so it's not a problem. I know what I mean. So if I know what I mean, everything is fine. I know what I mean, că такъв situation, направо съм изгубих търпение. Now, is retopologizing necessary? I'm on ZBrush and feel like I just want to study anatomy and creating things now. Yeah, of course you can. And retopologizing is not necessary if you are... it's kind of necessary if you want to do a clean form. But overall, you can do without it if you're doing figures for print, for example. You kind of can go without retopologizing. But even in the course that I'm planning, which is for game model, I will retopologize a couple of times some things. So the armor, for example, I will do it in the beginning with like this, just sculpting the armor. But this will be just the 3D sketch. Then I will retopologize to make the clean shapes of the armor, because the armor is complex. When I get the clean shapes of the armor, then when the model, the high poly, is ready, we will have to retopologize the whole thing in one mesh, more or less, in order to make the low poly. So a lot of retopologizing will be in order. But again, if you are doing only figures for print, it's not necessary to retopologize that much. Retopologizing is not a bad thing. I mean, many people are thinking that's a bad thing. Yeah, it's not sculpting, it's not that much fun, but it's kind of a relaxing process that you can just sit and enjoy. At least that's what I say to myself when I don't want to do it. You have to find excuses, you know, to do things, not to not do. Because to not do things, excuses can be found pretty easily. But excuses to do things, that's the different thing, you know. That's the different thing. This will be his legs. The very basic legs, I would say. Amazing legs. Those are the best legs. There are no better legs in the world than these legs. We like these legs. They're amazing. Yeah. Some faults, which are hideous. But yeah, that's not the point. The point is that we have to do something here. Just basic thing for the legs. Not too much for now. Maybe if I do this for a figure, for a print or whatever, we can do better. By the way, almost 200 people watching right now, which is great. People have interest in big muscular dudes, I guess. Yeah, if I was doing some kind of a girl face or whatever, maybe people will be even more interesting, but interested, not interesting, interested. Interested. There is a difference between interested and interesting. I guess there is, yeah. Should be. A huge difference. I'm sorry that I don't read all the comments. But yeah, I'm trying. I'm not trying, actually. Full game character course would be a good idea. Will it include rigging and posing from rigging? Yeah, only rigging for the purpose of posing it. So we can show it in your portfolio, the game character. Full character and blazer, real deal. I'm all for it. My vote for the course is all you need. Okay, cool. Can you suggest resources, courses for general character design fundamentals? In Udemy or in... Yeah, in Udemy mostly you have all you need, I guess. All the courses are there in the world. Not exactly, but many are there. You just have to search and find. I don't do character design, actually, these days. I was doing that. I was a concept artist. At least I was pretending to be. But I was not the best one. I was kind of fine. So I became a 3D artist because I was a little bit better in 3D than I'm in 2D. Okay, let's push now. What we can do is select everything, go to our plugin, but save first, create Multi-sculpt. The problem is that Multi-sculpt doesn't apply the mirror, but it's fine. That's why one of the arms disappeared. Let's go and add this symmetry. Okay, now we have to go to tool and deselect topology, and now we will be able to do stuff like this. Just more interesting and nice pose. We can do this. We can do this. We can do whatever. I mean, yeah, it's funny, but we can. We can make him even stronger, bigger, better. I'm not completely liking this hand, actually. But I guess I'll have to just go with the flow. I'm inflating. As long as you don't retopologize, you are fine. I mean, you can do this kind of a posing little by little. If you change the number of polygons in this stage, you are doomed. Not only your computer will crash, but the world will crash around you. Probably not that dramatic, but it sounds dramatic, right? So it's fine, it's interesting. Sometimes we need more drama. Sometimes we don't need Trump, but it's, yeah. It's fine. It looks like he was wearing a sweatpants, so yeah, probably he is wearing a sweatpants. Let's go and transfer multi-sculpt. Wait for a couple of seconds, hopefully. Have you ever gotten physically sick because of too much 3D work or learning, Nico? I don't think so. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, a little pain in the neck, pain in the lower back, some of that, and yeah, pain in the head, of course. When you work too much in the computer, especially when you're older, like me, you get different kinds of pain here and there. But it's not a huge issue. Now, what we'll do is take all the thing and put it up. Pull it up, like here. Now we will do the chain. How much time do we have? We have time. Now, how to do the chain? Let's see. Save first and talk about it later. And then we will add one mesh, which is the torus. And the torus is already ready. It has like 4 and 6 segments here. Major and minor segments. We will rotate the torus, by the way. Let's try to rotate. No, I will rotate it like this. 45 degrees. Then we will go inside and move it. This will be our chain link. Let's inflate it a little bit, like this. So a lot. This is our chain link. I will press Control A and all transforms because it has to be done. Generate array. Couple of areas. Then we will add empty object. Rotate this empty object 90 degrees. You will see why. Then we go to the array modifier. Object offset. Select the array modifier. As you can see, everything happens very quickly because I know what I'm doing. This is not a tutorial about the chain. Of course, if you want a full tutorial about the chain and how I do the chain is in the Lobo course, actually. Yeah, in the Lobo course. And actually, if I have to be honest, do I have to be honest? Let's be honest. I was watching my tutorial about the chain yesterday from the Lobo course because I forgot how to make the chain. You cannot remember those things if you don't practice them. It's like with everything. Many people are saying, but how do you remember all the different shortcuts in Blender? Because Blender is using a lot of shortcuts, yes. How do you remember them? I remember them because I am using them every day. If I don't use them every day, I'll most likely not quite remember them. This is a circle, actually. And you will ask, why do you need this circle? I will tell you. Because we need to go to a curve, select this circle, and now, suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. Okay, now we have this. I like this song, Suddenly. I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong, now I long for yesterday. Yesterday. Love is such an easy game to play. Now we move it and we place it on the arms. Because, you know, we want it here on the arms, around this area of the arm, the forearm. We'll increase the size of it, and basically, probably the chain link has to be a little bit bigger because now it looks awkward. They need to be a little bit bigger. So, let's see, like this. Then we'll go to the chain itself and press like this. I think we could see it. No, there was a way to see it. Let me think. Ah, yes, like this. Nice. We can see it here. And then scale it up. I think this is more appropriate, like big chain links. Bigger. Like this. Cool. And let's remove some of the chains. Alright. So this. What do we do with this? Select it. Shift D to duplicate it. Right click. Convert to mesh. And now we use it. Amazing stuff. I know. Then we set origin to geometry. It will be easier to kind of rotate it and move it. And as you can see, this is how you do a chain in a couple of minutes in Blender. Pretty easy, right? It's with everything. If you know how to do it, you can do it easy and fast in the software without any issues. I'm just duplicating now, and then I will fix some things with the big grab brush. And this brush, I always say it has to be named Move Brush, but since the name of this brush, which has the same function in ZBrush, is called Move Brush, they didn't want to kind of copy it directly, so they named it Grab Brush. And you're grabbing and moving, so yeah, it's probably a grab brush, it's fine. Okay, I want one more probably instance of this, so here, and the other one I will grab it, and we will use this for what? To move it here, rotate it, scale it, and place it around his chest. Nice. But let's see what we can do exactly about this chest thing. Will we have time to make also the cloth? I mean, he has something like a jacket, almost like the jacket of our guy Lobo that I did for the course back in the days when we were young. Similar, it's similar to Lobo. Now we need to select the chain and increase the number of things a lot. Okay, I will just do this. Up. Nice. Hopefully Blender will not crash, but even if it crashes, we have saved just now, so Blender can eat my... yeah, it's fine. Blender is fine. Blender is very cool software. We like it. We love it. We are happy with our Blender stuff. Now, what I will do is select this, Control Shift D, right click, convert to mesh. Then I will remove the original thing. Whoever is able to replicate this easily, good for you, because it's there are certain little things that you have to notice in order to replicate this. It's not like, oh, this is let's do this, let's move this, and then the chain is like poof, all over the place. For example, if you just try to move the chain like this, it doesn't have. So you have to select the line. But if you try to move it like this, it doesn't work. So you have to select the line, then press edit mode, then select all the vertices, and then move it. You know, those little things are interesting. So let's go and add mirror modifier, and we have the chain. If we select those chains here, they're not too many. I guess they're fine. Maybe we can make more chains here, but I guess we will be completely okay with this amount. Maybe one more. Let's do one more. Why not? Why not? I will do it, no problem. And like this. And now, guiding light. No, now something else. Let's do it here. Guiding light, back in the days, if some of you are a little bit older, will remember probably it was a TV series, I think American, not sure. Very, very famous, with a lot of episodes. TV show, or TV series, I'm not sure how you call it anymore. I'm not sure in anything anymore. Control J, mirror, but you know, when you mirror it, you have to Control A, all transforms, and now it's mirrored properly. And we have it, I mean, chain and everything. Wow, what's happening here? Who is this guy? How can he do this? I know, I'm a little bit too much sometimes, but it's fine. Smooth. Let's make more muscles, because our guy here, our true guy, is very, very muscular. We will try to make a little bit more muscles. Now, the muscles are a little bit boring on his shoulders right now, because they are parallel to each other. We never want to make parallel muscles. We want the muscles to be variable. We want variety. Variety, otherwise it'll not be nice. If we don't have variety. We need variety in order to live, in order to have fun. We need a lot of variety. Yeah, I know, I'm too much. Alright, I'm not super happy. Why? I don't know. I don't like some things about our character. He's a little bit too ordinary. I like him to be more like, not so ordinary, if we may say. So let's inflate this area here a little bit, like this. Let's add more folds. Save. Then go to sculpt mode. Then probably Alt and Tab a couple of times, because sometimes Blender is just want to crash. It kind of starts to, I want to crash, probably. And you just do Alt and Tab 2 times. Like Alt Tab, and you go back to the Blender, and you are fine. It should be fine. Blender is a free software, remember that. So don't be mad at him. Be mad at yourself for not saving. You cannot blame Blender. You cannot say, Blender, this stupid program, it doesn't autosave when I need it to and stuff like this. Yeah, but it's free, so relax. Even without the autosave feature, it's absolutely worth it. Blender is the best program in the world, period. There is no other program like Blender. There are other like free softwares for certain things, like Krita, for example, which is like Photoshop. But Blender is so much more. I mean, it's so complicated software with so many features like compositing, animating, materials, and as you can see, sculpting. There's a lot of sculpting in Blender involved. I don't like these arms. They are stupid and hideous, and they look very boring. I mean, why is this happening to me? They have to be something like this, like more spread, more interesting, and they're not. And I'm mad. I'm mad about you. I'm mad about you. And this thumb, you know, for this amount of time, obviously we cannot do a decent hand here. Yeah, it's just what I'm thinking. It's not gonna be good for this amount of time. But at least decent, come on. Do it. You can do it. Nico, after all, you're the master of disaster. Why can't you do it? If you can do it, nobody can. People will start crying all over the place. We need you. Come on. Yeah, I'm like pushing myself in this way. Like, come on, you can do it. You can do it. You're the man. But still, not good. Definitely. In order to do expressive hands like this, we need more time for experimentation. Yeah, we can actually copy those hands in here, but this also will require a lot of time, which we don't have because we have to color now. since already exactly 1 hour into the sculpt we are. We are. Youth of the nation, we are. Come on. I want to select this and remove it. Kind of move it out of the way. Maybe we can just like this. And this also just get it out of our way. Let's see what kind of color we can make him. We have to make the jacket. The jacket will take so much time and effort. I don't know about it. But let's kind of connect the arms and the fingers. So just join them and remesh them. And then smooth a little bit so they are kind of together. If we can do this, maybe it will be a little bit better. It's kind of better this way, when they're not separated, when they're not kind of a separate mesh. It's a little bit, a tiny bit better, but I'm still not convinced. For me, this is hideous. I'm my best critic actually, so... And when I critique artworks for other people, remember this, I'm also pretty much critiquing myself at the same way. You're not good enough. Yeah, this comes from the childhood usually. You know, when somebody is critiquing you, like your father, well, usually it's the father, but sometimes it's the mother. So when they critique you, and suddenly you understand that you are not good enough. Let's see. He's mostly in most. By the way, this, what is this? This is a sculpt made by this guy Alex from Russia. He is just superb. Many people are asking me, are you a fan of some sculptors? Yeah, he's one of the sculptors that I'm a fan of. This is from, what's the name of? Prey STL Collection. Prey STL Collection. He has a Patreon, he has other sites, whatever. He's making very nice and very action-like figurines with very, very good quality, I would say. So I'm a fan of him, we may say. Whatever, so this guy is kind of not exactly brown, but brownish gray color, we may say. Let's try. This is a little bit too brown for my taste, probably. Maybe a little bit more green, so let's go and try to do the saturation down. Gray, maybe the hue, a little bit different hue. There is no hue here, so value, darker, okay. I think this color will be relatively fine for the Pitt. We don't care. The Pitt is on fire. We don't need no water, let the motherfucker burn. 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 By the way, the chains, they have to be some kind of a grayish color. This is more green, but I don't know. Let's try to color him also from behind. Usually I don't do this. I don't color from behind because it's not needed. We are usually taking the picture for the video, for the stream, from the front. Oh, we need to put ice, so let's go. Ice, ice, baby. By the way, now I'm moving the ice and scaling them, everything in object mode, which you usually don't want to do, because then when I press mirror, nothing will happen. There will not be mirror. There will be mirror, but we will not be able to see it. That's why we have to be afraid. No, we have to be careful. We don't have to be afraid. You know, afraid is not that something that you have to do. But we have to be careful. Now the mirror, we will be able to see it now because I moved it a little bit out of this, but not gonna be nice. So let's mirror it and we will see. Mirror, and you see it's here. So just Control A, all transforms, everything should be fine. Just a little trick that many people don't actually know, especially beginners. The professionals, they know it, especially people who are working with Blender. I think I put too much polygons here on the head right now, but I guess we'll be fine. How many polygons is the head now? 3 million. So you say you cannot work with a lot of polygons in Blender. Why should you need more than 3 million polygons for a head? I mean, yeah, you might want to put some pores in your head, but usually don't do this. Even likeness artists, they do pores in the maps. So they are retopologizing, or they're using a nice polygons head. Head with nice topology, I mean, nice polygons head, what's happening here? The head with a nice topology they're using, and they are with UVs, and they are using the default pores from XYZ textures. It's the easiest way and the fastest way to do it. XYZ textures is your way. If you don't using it, you're missing out. Let's put some black here and see what will happen. Ooh, too much. Let's be a little bit more like relaxed. This is nice. I like it. Let's put black also on the teeth, a little bit here, just like a shadow. Shadow on the wall. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Shadow on the wall. Usually, the ear, when we look from the front, the head, the ear is starting from the bottom of the nose and its end on the eyebrow or around this area. Since we don't have a nose, we cannot measure it. So it's awkward. It's awkward. So guys, I highly advise you, have noses. Not on yourself only, on yourself also, yes, but on your characters. Do characters with noses, it will be better. Although, if you are not very good in making noses, then you might want to not do noses. So do characters like this guy, do characters like the Max, he also doesn't have a nose. Do characters like, what else? Who else doesn't have a nose? Voldemort, of course, and all those guys. Maybe do mostly this kind of characters. Mickey Mouse has a nose, so yeah. Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse. Hello sexy, how are you? I don't know who are you talking to. Hopefully it's not me. Maybe bluish gray is better. I'm pretty sure that bluish gray probably will be better, but yeah, let's not get too much about it. It's fine. Even this is kind of fine. We can put a blue light and render it with a blue light and it will be like bluish. You know, the light is kind of taking care of this for you. It will. You will see. Let's do some lines here. Just nitty-gritty lines. To make it more comic book-like. I like this. I mean, comic book-like is fine. And it's easier and fast to do it like this than some other methods. Yeah, we have complete symmetry on the face, which is hideous, but it will be fine. Don't worry about it too much. He's actually having fun, I'm guessing, because he's like smiling so much. He's probably having a lot of fun, this guy. We have to save, by the way, so Control S. And as you can see, even with a lot of polygons, now we have kind of a lot of polygons already. We are fine. It's not a problem that much. I'm a big fan of you and Ralph Grassetti. I'm sure you know about this guy. Everybody knows Ralph Grassetti. Ralph Grassetti probably is one of the most famous 3D artists, character artists in the world. Maybe the most famous, even, I would say. Could be. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, let's remove this and let's see if we can put a little bit more effort in this area. He doesn't have abdominal musculature yet, I mean, with the paints, with the colors. So let's do a little bit of this. Here we might do some of this strange muscles, the external obliques, the serratus muscle here. Yeah, I know some muscles, you know. I'm flexing now, yeah. Flexing my anatomy knowledge. Some people are flexing their anatomy knowledge without actually knowing how to put the muscles and where to put them and how to shape them. Everything like this, but they have anatomy knowledge. I kind of think that I have anatomy knowledge that is more helpful. Because I don't know all the names of all the muscles, but I kind of know how to make a human relatively nice looking. Relatively, we may say. Okay, now what else we can do is a little bit more veins, probably. Let's try that. Why not? But bigger veins here, one, and like this. A little bit more of this kind of stretches. Okay. Here, the arms. I don't completely approve them, but we have a little bit of time. We can fix a few issues. Can you demonstrate how you might add scales to the legs? Imagine your character is from a swamp. Of course not. That will be stupid, right? To do this for this character. But of course, if you want to add scales to a character, you can try the Dragon Girl course. There is a scaled character, I would say, the dragon, obviously. He has a lot of scales. Or you can try to find YouTube videos, like I always do, of the certain things. So, how to make scales in Blender. Very good video it will be. And I'm sure there is a video like that. Or couple of them. So, yeah, that's my advice to you, my friend. I wonder why you don't get lost in this polygon hell. You don't get lost in this polygon hell. I don't understand this. I'm doing a character which doesn't have nose or eyes, even lips. That's a cool character. I wonder why you don't get lost in this polygon. Okay, again, no. Hello, I have no experience in modeling. I'm more on the code side. They generally recommend using a modular structure for modeling. So are these also valid for character modeling or sculpting? No. The only modular thing is the fingers, sometimes for the characters, but nothing else, actually. You can, of course, reuse. If you are doing a lot of characters, 3D characters, you can always reuse the teeth, the eyes sometimes, stuff like this, but you have to be careful. Otherwise, it's always nicer to do everything by hand, completely custom for the character that you're doing. This is for me. Some people are using, for faster workflow or whatever, they're using base meshes. I'm not. I just don't like it. Because the most pleasure I get is from this initial stages of development. To make something from a sphere. It's so satisfying. And why are we working with this? I mean, satisfying is nice. It's nice to have satisfaction. I can get no. No. Yeah. It's about the satisfaction. Yeah. Can we move these arms a little bit on the side like this? Yeah, it will be even more interesting, but we have to do it. Let's try actually to do it, but first let's go with this chains. By the way, do we have the topology? Yeah, we have it. So let's move the chains a little bit. Usually when we add chains and stuff like this kind of accessories, we have to make sure our body is completely like we want it to be. Now, it's not so, we will have issues, but let's see what's happening. I created multi-sculpt with nothing. Let's create it like this. Okay. Now it will be problematic, but let's try. Yeah, those things, we will move them later. I mean, it's obvious. We don't have symmetry. We need symmetry. Without symmetry, we're doomed. And we don't want to be doomed. So use symmetry actually, guys. It will be nice. Let's go back. Now it will take a long time. So transfer multi-sculpt and we will wait. Let me answer some questions. It's amazing to see how you push yourself. I don't push myself actually. This is pretty easy for me. This is not pushing actually. It's hard to make Borderlands shader in Blender. I guess it's not that hard, but I just haven't done it, so I don't know. Can you demonstrate how you might add scales? Okay, I don't know who Raf Grassetti is. You're the only 3D artist I know. That's interesting. You inspired my sculpting in Blender a lot. Yeah, but Raf Grassetti is more famous than me. Overall in our community. Much more. I don't understand why sculptors are obsessed in making their models jacked up. Because this is a jacked up character, maybe. I don't know. Hey, Nico 3D. Nico 3D. I used to sculpt in Blender, but I recently switched to ZBrush because it's just the best for sculpting. Blender is great, but ZBrush feels way more powerful for details and workflow. I agree with that, but again, it's a little bit more paid than Blender. So I guess you have to just, you know, if you have money, of course, it's fine. Or if you have torrents, of course, it's fine. But if you don't have both, Blender is just the better software. It's free. Nico, what type of music do you listen to? I listen to a lot of types of music. Like Queen, I listen to Queen. I listen to Pantera, I listen to Slayer, I listen to Metallica, I listen to Static X, I listen to Limp Bizkit, I listen to many things. Beatles. I have a lot of favorite groups actually. But my most favorite groups, if you have to ask, are Pantera, Metallica, Queen, Beatles, maybe Rammstein. Why not? Those kind of things. So not only metal, as you can see, but mostly rock and metal. Okay, now let's do a little bit more on the hand. Some lines. And we should be ready for render. I will not make a huge deal of render, because in Eevee we can render pretty easily here. But do we want to render in Eevee? Let's add a light and see what will happen. Let's add one light just to see. A point light. Put it right here and make it kind of a brighter. By the way, if I add a point light and I make it super bright, it's not very good because our model is super huge right now. That's why I need to make this light much stronger than it has to be. But still, it's cool. Eevee is the best render actually. So if somebody is thinking about other renders, no, Eevee is your render forever. That's it. Nobody cares about any other renders anymore in Blender. Okay, the eyes are not here because they are not white, but we will make them. Now they are white. Now we have this. Let's take this light. duplicate it, move it back, and make this duplicated light an area light, and point it at the back of the character, so we will have a little bit of interesting rim light. We don't have shadows, I think, yet, so we have to enable shadows, which is great. We have to enable ray tracing. Sometimes the enabling of ray tracing is not gonna do super nice, but fast GI approximation would be nice with ambient occlusion actually. So this is cool. Usually, I'm not sure it's making too much of anything in here right now, but it's cool. Now it's very, very dark. Everything is dark, but we don't care about this because we are fine with the dark. We are always like, hello darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. And something like this. We are always like this. So the background is dark, but we can go and fix this. Just like transparent background. It's not dark anymore. It's transparent, so it's not dark. It's just cool. Or we can put a plane. Why not? We can put a plane in the back. But should we? I don't know. Can we go and add here a background, a skylight background? Yes, we should be able. Sky texture, yeah. So this is too much, of course. Sun disk not available in Eevee. Fuck this. Sun intensity low. What? It's still super, super huge. The strength here, okay. Strength of 1 even is too much. I guess strength of 0.02. Just for a little bit of light, not to be too dark. And also we can go and... those shadows are a little bit too dark, but we'll get there. Or we will not. I don't know. Maybe we will not get there. Let's go to color management, and in curves we can always do this. Just to make some interesting kind of a thing going on. Here, very high contrast because this is a big character. And we need to fill light. Definitely we need a fill light. It's too much dark shadows, so I will put this light here, dial it down. And this will be our fill light, so the shadows are not that huge. I don't care about the legs and the shadows on the legs, because, you know, we don't care about them. Let's make this purple. And this could be a decent kind of a render, but it's not. It could be, but it's not. Do you listen to music when you sculpt in your free time? Yes. What about Slavy Trifonov? Yes, I like Slavy Trifonov, actually. I like his music. I don't like the guy. The guy is stupid. I mean, I don't like him. He's too arrogant and everything, but yeah. Nico, you're a famous sculptor and the fastest. Probably one of the fastest, yeah. I just got your leg tutorial on Udemy, bro. Thank you. 3 points lightning would probably work, yes. Look before your leap has never been the way we keep our road is free. That's good. So, would it be very difficult to learn modeling and sculpting in Blender and then transfer these skills to Maya or ZBrush? Some say it doesn't take few days, some it takes 1-2 months. So yeah, of course, it's not gonna be very difficult. You will learn modeling and sculpting in Blender. It will take you like 5 years, for example. Or if you are very like determined, it could take you year and a half, 2 years. And then transferring those skills to Maya and Blender and ZBrush, you have to learn just Maya and ZBrush, which will take you for a month for each program to learn them to a certain point that you can do everything almost. Add emission for eyes. It's not needed exactly in this. Let's go and try in Workbench to kind of render. Let's see what we can do. It would be better, I think, in Workbench. Shadow on the floor. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. By the way, in the other render, this one is better for a comic look, I think. Outline, yes. Thank you very much. World, okay, good. This is fine. And this is a little bit like more comic look appearance. I like it better. Maybe this shadow shouldn't be that hard. The shadow, what is this? Shift. Let's see. If I move this, nothing happens. This is not shadow shift, this is shadow shit, because nothing happens. Let's move this. Oh, this makes it... Haha. Comic book-like. Very cool, I like this shit. Okay, experimenting is not a bad thing, actually. You can experiment and do some interesting stuff, as you can see. Probably it's a little bit too much, this that I did here. So let's dial it down a bit. Not so much. Okay, nice. We cannot make those... Or can we actually make them? Let's see. No, we cannot. In here. To make them metallic, but in the workbench shader or what render, we cannot actually make them. But if we go to Eevee and select this material, we can probably copy. Okay, save this one, copy this one, doesn't matter. And then the roughness go down, metallicness go up, or metalness or whatever. And we have it. Of course, when you have a metal in your scene with metalness all over the place, I mean big metalness, what you need is a good sky texture. Otherwise, and overall environment texture, if you don't have it in a good amount, your metal will always be very, very dark. So be careful about that. Maybe be careful, maybe not. Let's go, by the way, in the shader, in the shading, and see this particular material of the chain. Is this material? Okay, we have the metallic, we have the color, we don't need the color. Maybe the metal will be a little bit better without the color. It is actually better without the color. So let's then try again with the same 0.3. Now it's a little bit better, this metal stuff, but you know what will be the best? If we mix this render and use the metal stuff and mix it with this render somehow, and it will be just a mix of the two and it will be the best. Now we don't have it, so yeah, it's not the best. The arms are looking pretty hideous, I would say. Is this better or is this better? This is, I think, a little bit better. Maybe a little bit more contrast will be nice. So if I get this light and bump it up to 2500, maybe move it a little bit more upwards. Something like this. And this material to be a little bit less rough. Maybe then we'll have something more interesting like this. Yeah, more professional looking, you know. Let's try, by the way, cycles, and don't be afraid. Now everything will suck. I'll probably will start to crumble. You see, like robot voice, no problem. Let's go here and just fix some things in cycles because it's too much. Let's go 50. The robot voice is real. Let's go the noise, and now it should be a little bit not so. I mean, it will lag. I will lag. I watched yesterday a video from Blender Guru. So the Blender Guru is the biggest Blender channel probably in the world, in YouTube, and even when he was using cycles to render one brick wall, he was having issues and he was lagging. So probably he's not using a separate machine for streaming and separate machine for for the render. Now, yeah, lagging, very good, lagging, yeah, but the lag stopped pretty quickly. So that's our thing. Add emissions for eyes, cool. Can you show us the concept you are planning to use for the full game character in Blender course? I will show it to you right now, so be careful. Now, listen and look. The concept that I'm planning to use is one of those concepts here. Which one? This one. You see the sword is amazing, the armor is pretty original, the helm. I will make a head, a beautiful female head with some hair, and yeah, it will be kind of interchangeable with the helm. We'll either have the helm or the head, and we will make the baking. It will be interesting. It will be interesting very much. Thanks you very much. It will be interesting. Now, lagging. Stop lagging. Okay, good. We are fine. You didn't catch my reference. Okay. What's wrong with me that I like workbench renders better? I also like them better because they are a little bit more like contrasty. Hello Char, I've been using ZBrush for about 6 months. Do you have any tips? Yeah, use it for more than 6 years and then you will not need any tips probably. Maybe grease pencil drawing dark lines would make better results. Could be. I mean, not so pixelated. Yeah, that's a valid point. If I didn't want those lines to be pixelated, if I actually cared, I would probably just add more polygons. It's not gonna be ultra hard. Maybe cut the fangs and change the color of it. No. Which of your courses would you recommend for more advanced character artists? The Dragon Girl course, this one. This one is for more advanced artists, I would say. If you can do this in this quality, you are good. Because what I've seen by now, since this is one of the most advanced courses I did in Blender, the Dragon Girl with the... And it's for printing, yes, it's not something, but it's difficult, and the results that people are presenting, they're more like average and below. So yeah, if you're advanced, you can do this probably better than most. I want to start using Blender, but I don't have a tablet. Is it necessary to have one? No, it's not. Many people are using mouses and sculpting with mouse in Blender, which it's not a good idea in my opinion, but for beginning, it's fine. Hey Nico, I just want to ask if I use ZBrush for make render in Blender. So how can I export polypaint? It's a vertex paint, so you just export it. Usually FBX, I think, can export vertex paint. OBJ, I'm not sure exactly. I haven't done that in a while, so I'm not sure. Who is the artist for the female armor? It's one South Korean artist. I don't exactly remember the name, but I will tell you right now. He's Il Sujang. So hopefully that works for you, but it will not because you cannot actually know how to spell it. But whatever, if I do the course, I will mention the guy definitely in my in the course, because most likely I will not be able to contact him. He hasn't posted in ArtStation in about 3 years already. So 3 years, no sign of him. Hopefully he's well and he's alive. But there is a little bit of possibility that he's not. So, yeah. Was working in the game industry fun? It was super fun in the first like 10, 12 years. Then, just after the pandemics, the things start to get a little bit not so fun. And now it's not that much fun for most people. It's not that fun anymore. Probably the things will change. They're changing all the time. So maybe changing priority in Task Manager could resolve the lagging. Probably, but these days I don't know how to change the priority in Task Manager. Back in the days it was easy. Now we don't know how. Resource values, provide feedback, etc. I'm just checking here. It's create the file, resource values, and task memory disk network. There was a way to prioritize actually back in the days. Now, not so much. You should paint the Dragon Girl print. It will be painted at some point. We are working on it. I'm not, because I'm not a painter of prints, but I have a guy who is doing that as we speak. He hasn't done that yet, actually. but I think he will show me some results soon. Rather sooner than later. Защо носите часовник у дома? Okay, Sri from Bharat. Stop translating yourself because it's stupid. I mean, it doesn't work this way. Just write in English, it will be nice. How did you make the bigger print? Did you print parts and put it together? The bigger print I didn't make. I gave the model to a guy who is very specialized. He's doing prints. And he put it in ZBrush. He separated it in like 7 parts. And he hollowed out the parts. He printed them. He combined them together. But this requires a lot of knowledge and a lot of thinking beforehand and a lot of things like this. So it's kind of hard. And I'm not doing it. I don't like hard things. I like easy. I've been wondering for a while, do you consider at some point to make a live course with limited spots where you will teach us in something like online classroom? That's not a bad idea, actually. I probably should do something like this. I have to research how to do it. I mean, you have to have one platform. It can be in Google Classroom. It can be in Zoom. It's not a huge issue. The platform is fine. But there have to be a platform for the money, you know. I have to track everybody. There have to be logins for the people and stuff like this. So I have to think about it, you know. It's not just sometime I can do it. I'm South Korean. Yes, you're South Korean, obviously, but can you find this guy? Because South Koreans, there are a lot of people in South Korea. So if somebody is saying, Nico, you're Bulgarian, can you find me this Bulgarian guy? I will be like, what the fuck? I mean, it's not like I know everybody. And it's the same, you don't know everybody in South Korea, so it will be hard to track this particular artist. I will try to contact him a little bit more, because I will not start the course at least the earlier I can start the Moth Night course, it will be middle of March. So this is the earliest I can start. Maybe I will not start even there. We'll see. Laura Gallagher does that. He has an online 3D school. Yeah, because he has researched, she has researched how to do this. She knows how to do it and stuff. So it's not probably that complicated. You know, people has to go to a certain page to register. You will gather their emails, and then everybody who have paid the tax will get a link or something like this. Probably, but I don't know. Sorry, brother, I don't want to annoy you. I just will show my love towards you. I understand, but it's not needed. Relax. Dragon Girl course is in my to-do list. Can you show us some of the results of the ones who have done it? If you go to ArtStation, let's go to ArtStation actually. ArtStation, I will show you ArtStation now. Let's go, ArtStation. This is ArtStation. Oh, nice, let's see this. Pretty cool. I like this. This guy's from Japan, probably. Oh, she's even speaking, but this is of course AI. The girl itself, hopefully it's not AI, but it could be actually. Let's see what this guy has in his portfolio. He has a lot of girls. He's from Tokyo, Japan, and they are AI probably. Yeah, this is hideous. I mean, what is this? This is just one image. This is also just one image. So this is only from the front. Here we see it from the side, but this easily can be done with the AI these days to make a consistent character from, and the software used is Myself. So I haven't heard of this 3D software Myself that can do this kind of stuff. So I'm a little bit concerned that here in ArtStation we can see this kind of stuff. It's not in trending, I guess. Yeah, it shouldn't be in trending actually. It's just in the community tab, but still, we shouldn't see that stuff in there. I'm a little bit like, why it's happening? Okay, let's. What was I about to do? The Dragon Girl. Let's go. Dragon. Oops. Dragon Girl. What? Dragon Girl. Okay, here we just disable this so we can see most of, and go down, 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 down. There are a lot of Dragon Girls here and there, but they're different. This is mine here, very cool. And let's see other ones. They have to be below because I think it kind of put them by likes, by how many likes they have. And usually the student works, they don't have too much likes. Works that are on a made from a course, they don't get that much likes. But yeah, we cannot see them. So the other way to see them is okay. The other way to see them is like this. If you write Nikolai Naidanov, and you will see a lot of things made from my courses. So there are a lot of artworks, and let's track some Dragon Girls here. We have a lot of other, all of these are from my courses and people are mentioning my name. But what is this? This is not from my course. Cheers to Nikolai Naidanov for his teachings. Huh, that's interesting. Pretty cool, pretty cool. This is not from my course. Nikolai Naidanov. What? I want to thank all the people who teach and help for low cost on the internet, especially Nikolai Naidanov. You're an amazing man. I'm your fan. But this is pretty cool. Very nice. I like it. Igor. Igor is doing great. So yeah, this way you can find some interesting things, but we haven't found even one Dragon Girl. There are not too many people that have done it, actually. That's why we cannot find it. There are a lot of other artworks from other courses that have been done, but the Dragon Girl, not so much. Not so much. Because it is actually pretty complex thing to do. I may be missing the Dragon Girl somewhere here. There is here. But this is... yeah, so this is not bad, actually. It's done very nice, and there are probably other Dragon Girls, but I would like to see also turntable. I would like to see also other views, not only one image. There is only one image here. This is not good. We have to find more. Another Dragon Girl. Yeah, this one. And the render is not super. And this, you know, when somebody is just going through the course, but just very fast and doing stuff without spending the necessary time, because you have to spend the time, actually, in order to work. It's like this. This is the result. It's not that good. Some of the things are very soft in the armor. The scales of the dragon doesn't match. They are not like cool. Are you using tablet? Of course I'm using tablet, yeah. Nico, do you consider people who use AI artists? It depends. Some are artists, actually. They just don't have the training to do actual art, but they are doing artistic stuff with the help of the prompts. They just know. This is from Gamelot Sofia, by the way. This character is... I did the 3D of this character. And this is one of my friends. Those are my characters also, I did them. This one I did. This one is from George. Yeah, so they mentioned me. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, let's see another Dragon Girl, because the Dragon Girl is the theme of our thing. By the way, this is the Dragon Rider from Wing Fox course that I did. And I'm very sorry that I did this course only for Wing Fox, and I cannot actually sell it anywhere else, because in WinFox this course is about $70 or so. I'm not sure how much it is. Let's see. We cannot even open the course. It's shit. You know, it doesn't even work. Dragon Rider. WinFox doesn't work at all. It's full of something very smelly. Let's see, Dragon Girl. There are not too many. Now we see this one. This one is kind of more original because it is with a red dragon. Pretty nice. The girl is a little bit more kind of anime with big eyes. But other than that, good job on the armor, on the hands, and the scales of the dragon are also nice. So yeah, it's not a bad job. But again, it's a difficult course. So yeah. I'm not saying that everybody should do great. This is also the Dragon Girl. So we can find, even in our station, only by writing my name, we can find like 5, 6, 7 or so Dragon Girls. This is from one of my courses also. And this is actually a very good job. This course, I remember, this is one of the first courses I did back in the days for Victory 3D. And the Victory 3D is just one girl. She's from the Philippines, I think, but she lives in the United States. Whatever, doesn't matter. So she asked me to do a course of a biomechanical creature. She didn't give me any concept, anything. She said, I give you the freedom. So I designed this character, and I did it completely from scratch. This is obviously a crocodile character or something. Of course, this is this guy's representation, but it's pretty close to the actual course, actually. So it's pretty cool. Yes. And that's it. Dragon Girl here, one more. But what is this? This is not the Dragon Girl. What's happening? Just to mention some of them. Jay Hill, Nikolai Naidenov, Ilya Gagarin, very nice. Adam CG, Feng Zhu, who thanks to their free content on the internet, I was able to learn. And you have learned well. I mean, this is not bad at all. Jesus Hernandez Peraza. He's doing interesting stuff. This is nice. Not bad stuff. Let's see the last Dragon Girl. It was not looking very nice, but now we cannot see it because it's too low down. Somebody has done the Smile Man. The Smile Man is a character that I invented. He has a huge smile, as you can see. And somebody has did it. Very nice. Yeah. There are rarely cases that people are doing things on my concepts, you know. That's pretty wild. Since I'm not a concept artist anymore. I was back in the days, but as I said, I wasn't super good. This is a little bit overblown, the light here. Other than that, the model looks fine. Everything looks cool, but it's overblown, the face and the render. So sometimes the render is kind of crumbling or crippling your artworks. You have to be careful with the render because it can be crippling. Renders are important. One of the most important things, actually, if you are making a character, not a character, if you're making from 3D, you're making shit. Very nice shit, like very with much detail, like seeds, some kind of seeds in the shit, like a fly over it, eating it, but it's still a shit, right? But if you make a very nice render of it, with textures and even you can, when you see the shit, you will be able to even smell it. That good of a render. Then it will be fine. It will be nice. Even a shit, if you render it correctly, it will look nice. But even a very nice model, if you render it kind of not so good, it will look bad. A very nice model. So be careful about that. Rendering is important. You can remove AI post in settings. I know that. If they are marked as AI, actually, sometimes they are not. There is a filler button on ArtStation to filter. Yeah, I know. Please do another ZBrush tutorial one day, like one of the Cyborg Orc. Yeah, the Cyborg Orc one was great, right? But I had so much inspiration. I was working back then for Nextut Education. So this course, I'm not selling it. It's for Nextut. So Nextut Education, he was giving me concepts before that. And I was doing the previous tutorials from concepts that he gave me. This Indian guy. And at some point, I've decided that maybe the next course, we can do it on this particular concept that I like. The Orc Cyborg concept. And he agreed. And that's why it came out pretty well, because I had passion to do it. I wanted to do this concept. It was like something nice for me. What is the 3D model you are the most proud of? Recently, the Dragon Girl it's a pretty complex model. It's pretty nice. So I'm kind of very proud of that, because it's a composition. It's two characters like Dragon and the girl and weapon, and they are together in a composition. It looks pretty cool. So maybe for now it's that one. Next we'll see. How do you find jobs to do in Blender to make money? I like freelancers website, or is not worth it? I don't think freelancers websites are a way to go, but you can try. Of course, when you are a beginner, or maybe you are good in Blender already, good in sculpting, but you don't have any experience in the industry, you might like to try some like freelancer websites just to see what works and what not. Maybe you can try to apply to certain companies in the internet just to try. Of course, you have to be in a very good level to do so. Now, especially now, when the industry, not only the game industry, overall entertainment and IT industry as a whole has a huge hit. The job offers are down like 40% or 50 or 60% in some cases. So there are not too many job offers right now. And the most job offers, they are for experienced senior artists. That's the problem usually. But if you are relatively good, kind of a junior artist, but kind of a good one, you can write mails with your portfolio. You have to have a good portfolio actually. To some game companies to ask them if you can work for them for not too much money, but just to have the experience and everything. It will be very valuable. But of course, you have to push yourself. You have to be able to sell yourself a little bit, which usually we artists don't have that skill too much. There are artists who have that skill, like Rafael Grassetti, for example. He's a great artist. He also have the skill to sell himself, which is great. Proco, for example, is a great artist. He also have amazing skill of marketing and selling himself and making great tutorials actually. So yeah, so you have to be able to sell yourself. You know Jan Sculpt? Yes, I know him. I mean, I don't know him personally, but I know what you mean. Czech name Mohammad Kargar. I haven't heard about him. Your analogies are so funny. Sometimes, yeah. There should be a channel called Nico Quotes. There are not so many, so I don't know. Hey Nico, I currently finished a project and I don't have a plan for it to polypaint it or texture it. Is clay render good? Not so much. Clay render almost always looks like a work in progress or unfinished project or something like this. Except if the clay render is extremely nicely made, with a very nice light and everything, it looks almost like real, and it's for 3D print. Then it could pass as a finished work. Other than that, which program do you prefer? Which program do you prefer over ZBrush and Blender? Why? There is no program that I would prefer over Blender right now, in these days, so no. How long until AI takes all our jobs? Nobody knows. Brother, why the color palette alongside with the texture character in portfolio? I don't know. I actually don't know what you're talking about. So, guys, this video is now officially almost 2 hours long. And many people will say, But you write in the title of the video that this video should be like 1.5 hours. Many people don't think. They just look and they just write. That's the thing. So let's not give them too much food for their writings. And let's just finish this. And see you in the next one next Monday. After the next Monday, actually, we will not have a live stream for at least 3 weeks. Because I will not be in the country. I will be in Thailand for a vacation. Hopefully, I will be in Thailand, because imagine that. I'm saying that I will be in Thailand for a vacation. I already have tickets and everything with the Qatar Airlines and everything. But imagine that. I fly from here to Doha, which is the Qatar capital. And then from Doha to Bangkok, which is the Thailand capital. But those flights, they are like 5 and 7 hours. Like one is 5 and something, another one is 7-8 hours. But the airplane crashes and everybody dies. So I will not be in Thailand in this case, right? And there will not be any streams anymore. So we never know for certain that this will happen, but my plans are to be in Thailand for 3 weeks, and then I will come back and we will continue everything. Streams, I will start doing the moth girl probably. Hopefully I will get the permission from the artist. Even if I don't get the permission from the artist, I will do it. And I will mention the artist many times in the promo, in the intro, in everywhere. So he will not be mad if he sees it, hopefully. Those are the other concepts that I was considering actually for the next course. This one is pretty nice, but it's a little bit boring. Those armors are... This one is cool, but I don't like it as much as this one. Also, I don't know. I don't completely approve this. This one is cool, but we don't have legs. We have to invent them, which always leads to awkwardness a little bit. So when we have everything, like here, except for the back, of course, we don't know how the back is looking, we are a little bit better. This one is also from the same artist. Actually, this one is from the same artist, this South Korea guy. This one is from him, and this one is also from him, I think. So this guy, I like his style. I like how clean his concepts are. Everything is clear and visible. So yeah, relatively, it's very, very cool to work from this kind of concept. So yeah, I have to show you, by the way, the first course that I did, the concept for that course was amazingly bad. It was a barbarian girl in Blender or something like this for Victory 3D. It was actually the first video course I recorded ever in my life. And in those courses for Victory 3D and for Next to Education, my face is not shown. So it's only the voice. Because they didn't want to personalize the courses. They want them to be like generic courses with a voice, just with a voice. For my courses, I always have my bald face in them. So yeah, they are a little bit more personal. That's why we like it, you know. Or I don't know. Goodbye. See you.